How can you enjoy challenges even when you are uncomfortable or even afraid? Meeting your fear and stepping out of your comfort zone is really a chance and an opportunity to find out more about yourself and what is important to you. I remember a couple years back when I was the first time going to speak professionally for an audience. It was hundreds of people sitting in this auditorium. There was a tiny stage a bit higher than the chairs, and I was going to be the one standing there. My hands were sweating and my thoughts were spinning like in a thunderstorm, and my leg was shaking. I was so nervous, and I was also scared and terrified. They were all expecting me to say meaningful things, and I knew that I wanted to contribute with value. But how could I really enjoy a situation when I feel so uncomfortable? I really do believe that why we do what we do is based on our primary needs and our core drive. Finding out what is important to you and your core drive is actually going to make you understand why you take decisions, and also see how your life is being shaped by your core drives and primary needs. I was asking myself this specific question, what is important to you, at a stage in my life when everything was very dramatic. I was sitting at my kitchen counter at home, and I had just received a cancer diagnosis, and this cancer diagnosis said that I was going to lose one of my 2 legs. Since I was a little girl, I had this dream that was going to be tremendously affected by this cancer diagnosis. I had a dream to play golf professionally. I was, as a little girl, introduced to the golf course, and this game started with a lot of joy, happiness, and experimenting on the golf course. I could belong to a group, I could play together with my teammates, and I had really much fun. The needs were met. I was being seen, I was being heard, I would belong to a group. I could feel how I was growing, and I also felt how I was sometimes being out of my comfort zone. What is important for you in life? Is it to be seen, belong to a group? Is it to challenge yourself? Is it to educate yourself and grow? Or is it to have variety in your life and challenge yourself constantly? On this golf course, I was starting to dreaming about a professional career, and I wanted to be top 3 in every tournament, which slowly started to build up an anxiety for creating and producing results. The game that started with pure joy and happiness was going into a workload and lots of pressure, and I was so focused on my end goal of playing these tournaments professionally. I was running in this hamster wheel, not taking any moment during the day because I was so busy to ask myself this simple question: what is important to me now? So I had this diagnosis now in front of me, and that woke me up to life completely. It made me see perspectives that I haven't even encountered before. It made me see life in different ways, and it also made it so clear to me what is important. It's important to live. It could also be creating a family, getting an enriching job, challenging yourself, experiencing new things, or contacting these friends that you always have wanted to contact. So to live, why was that so important? Because I wanted to feel everything that I could feel in a life. I wanted to experience everything. I wanted to learn. I wanted to do all these things that I love to do, like walking on high heels, biking, riding horses, traveling. So I ended up in this 3 weeks that I had to prepare myself for the surgery and the loss of my leg. I ended up going to London to travel one last time. And in London there are really long distances everywhere. But I decided not to buy a metro card because I was gonna walk from point A to B and just feel my 2 legs. Why this was important to me, writing all of these things down, why it's important to live, to feel, to experience, to grow, to really feel that you are alive was creating leverage for me to really go for what I wanted to create in my life. Think of something that you want to create. Think of something that you're longing for to do for yourself. It could be professionally or personally. Asking yourself this question, why it is important, is creating leverage, and it's creating motivation. And when you have this momentum, you already have started this speed to move towards something. What can I do right now in order to fulfill my need to live? I took the next paper and I started to write. And that brought me action. That brought me speed. And you can think big here or small, but think of the things that you can do next, the small steps. Taking up a phone and call that person that you want to talk to, or go out and tell the world what's your dream, or go into that meeting and speak up for yourself, or go to your cooperation group in your company and start talking about what's really important for us here in order to implement this change or take the next step. So what is important to you helps you identify and gives you clarity about your core drives and primary needs. Why is it important for you? Gives you leverage and motivation to move forward. What can I do right now in order to fulfill my needs? Is the third question, and it gives you speed and action. 3 simple questions that I really invite you to try in any context in life, professionally or personally. Thank you.